Brothers, often in this country, question that is being posed repeatedly is that does the Quran allow beating of women? So, in order to answer this question, we know, don't we, that even in the best of marriages, sometimes, there are arguments, there are disputes. And one has to resolve these disputes. And the ayah that they quote from the Quran is in Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4, verse 34. وَاللَّاتِي تَخَافُونَ نُشُوزَهُنَّ فَعِزُوهُنَّ وَهَجْرُوهُنَّ فِي الْمَضَاجِعِ وَاضْرِبُوهُنَّ فَإِنْ أَطَعْنَاكُمْ فَلَا تَبْغُوا عَلَيْهِنَّ سَبِيلًا إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ عَلِيًّا كَبِيرًا. As to those women on whose part ye fear ill conduct, admonish them first, next refuse to share their beds, and last beat them, in brackets lightly. But if they return to obedience, seek not against them means of annoyance, for Allah is most high, great above all. This is the traditional translations we get in the Holy Quran. And then of course it carries on to 35, chapter 4, Surah An-Nisa, verse 35. وَإِنْ خِفْتُمْ شِقَاقَ بَيْنِهِمَا فَبَعْثُوا حَكَمًا مِنْ أَهْلِهِ وَحَكَمًا مِنْ أَهْلِهَا إِنْ يُرِيدَ إِصْلَاحًا يُوَفِّقِ اللَّهُ بَيْنَهُمَا إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ عَلِيمًا خَبِيرًا. If ye fear a breach between them twain, appoint two arbiters, one from his family and the other from hers. If they wish for peace, Allah will cause their reconciliation, for Allah hath full knowledge and is acquainted with all things. So the procedures adopted here, going by this translation, we find that if there is ill conduct on the part of the woman, then the husband should first of all speak to her firmly, then make separate sleeping arrangements, thirdly beat her lightly, and then appoint arbiters, one from each side, one from each family, to resolve the situation, either to reconcile or to divorce, separation. Now the point is that if we come to the third part, that is beating her, and then what chance is there of reconciliation? So there has been dispute amongst our scholars, and they then refer to Surah An-Nisa chapter 4, verse 1 to 8. That is when the role is reversed, and the husband is now portraying ill conduct. So we read, Imra'atun khafat min baliha nushuzan aw iradan fala junaha alayhima an yusliha bainahuma sulha wa sulha khair. If a wife fears ill conduct on her husband's part, there is no blame on them if they arrange an amicable settlement between themselves, and such settlement is best. So this is a different scenario, and of course the same word is used, nushuzan, in both cases, ill conduct. So our scholars have argued this point, and they have said that there are alternative translations to this ayah, 434. And this ayah is, as for those women whose animosity or ill will or ill conduct you have reason to fear, speak to them firstly, then leave alone in bed, and then separate. And if thereupon they pay you heed, do not seek a way against them. So in this, going by this translation now, the procedure would be that first, if there is ill conduct, you speak to them firmly. Secondly, have separate sleeping arrangements. Thirdly, you separate. So because this daraba, the root word daraba, and wadribu, as is used in the Holy Quran, has two meanings. Firstly, to hit, and secondly, to separate. In the Holy Quran, it appears many times. In Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 273, Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4, 101, chapter 73, verse 20, and so on. where it means to impart, to set forth, to put forth, to cast off, to present, to cover, to take away, to set up, to put up, to separate. So in this case now, it makes sense whereby the husband will first speak to her, then he will make separate sleeping arrangements, and thirdly then they will separate, so that now the husband, either he moves out of the house or she moves out of the house. And then going by this ayah of the Holy Quran, guiding along, then they appoint one elder person from her side and one from his side in order to reconcile the situation. And if there is to be no reconciliation, then it may lead to divorce. Very important to bear in mind that according to the ahadith of the Prophet ﷺ, we are told that the women should be given the honor that they deserve. And he did say, it's mentioned in Tirmizi, that could any of you beat his wife and then have sleeping arrangements with them in the night? And he also said, never beat God's handmaids. Again mentioned in Tirmizi, best of you are those who are best to their wives. Again we read in Tirmizi, when women came to him complaining about husbands being harsh and beating them, he said, the best of you are those who are best to their wives. So this is an alternative translation that we have, and we must bear this in mind, that an alternative translation is being put forward by learned scholars from Egypt. One of them is Sheikh Umar Abdul Kafi, the other one is Allama Khalid Al-Jundi, and we have a learned scholar here in Surrey, Dr. Muhammad Abdul Malik. So we must keep ourselves acquainted, we must learn, we must also try to educate ourselves and our family members, and also in the pursuit of dawah in this country, we must be able to answer those people who make such allegations against the Muslims and Islam and against the Quran. Wa akhir dawana, alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.